What's up, y'all? My name is G. I'm your host, and welcome to a new episode of Fit the Description, where various black men come together to talk about life, society, entertainment, culture, news, and whatever else we want to talk about from a variety of black men's perspective. And tonight, let me introduce who we have on here. So, oh great, somebody left like right when we started. Thanks, B. So, if you guys like to introduce yourselves, or let me introduce you. Let me start by introducing Norris, who was here from the beginning and now he's back. So, you want to introduce yourself real quick, man?
Oh, hello, everybody. Yeah, I'm just playing. Basically, I'm Norris. You can see my name there, but most likely you're probably listening, so you need to hear my voice. With that being said, I am obviously Norris, but at the same time, I have a multitude of roles that I carry. But we're not here for that, so I ain't gonna go on with that. I'm just a cool guy just to be here and talk about the subject at hand. That's it.
You see, the rest of y'all can learn a thing or two from him about introductions. The next person on here right now is James. So, I'd like to introduce James D. Evans. If you want to introduce yourself real quick.
All right. I got kicked off somehow.
All right. Well, I don't know what happened to James. Oh, looks like he's having issues. Okay. All right. James, you here?
Yeah, I'm here.
You want to introduce yourself real quick, man?
Sure. I'm Jimmy D. I'm from the good times. Okay, the good times.
And lastly, tonight, we got B.
Up everyone. Randy Vernon. Sorry, this guy here. I'm hot, burn up, and yeah. I hope I have a good show.
All right. So, anyways, I'm actually came prepared tonight. Just a couple of topics I want to talk about. So I decided I want to do this every 3 months, where we give you guys updates on like our financial progress or what we're investing in, all that kind of stuff. Because I know we did it earlier on. Now it's June. I want to do another one, and then the next one was September, and then we'll do the last one in December. Kind of give you a rundown of the year. So I thought we'll go ahead and start off this podcast by talking about basically our investments, our finances, how we're doing with them, if we're doing any better. And like I said, since we got the finance crew, I thought we'd start there tonight. So I guess since I know James C. Evans doesn't know really much about crypto, which we'll start on down the second half, I guess we'll start off with stocks. So, and I don't know if you know anything, Norris, but I mean, just chime in when you can.
Okay.
But actually, B, I'll let you start off.
Wait, don't start for me.
Oh,
give me a sec.
All right.
And I just got into the house, you guys.
All right, fair enough. So let me talk with. I guess I'll start off with you, James. Can you tell us how it's since the last time we talked, how you've been doing with your stocks, man? Have you got anything you're interested in?
No, I sold all my stocks. I still can't.
What did you say? Oh man, we're having audio problems. People ain't ready. All right, you know what?
I guess I'll start.
Okay, all right. There you go.
The stocks, like I said. Right now, if everyone knows me, I paying attention to stocks, but I haven't really went heavy duty into stocks yet. I'm riding that AMC train. I have I sold my AMC when 46 bucks. Yeah, I realized I made a grave mistake. And rebought my stock back the next morning. And after that, it's been pretty. It's been floating in at the $50 range. And sometimes it will go to 60, and then there's one time it dropped below 50. So it's kind of just floating there. But like I don't know if you guys heard, but like there's a lot of illegal activity that's going on to so and it's the hedge funds in general. So it's just at this point I'm just enjoying the ride when it comes to that. I'm just enjoying the ride.
So
If
yes,
AFC the move, cool. If it doesn't, oh well. Go ahead.
yeah. So I mean,
Hello?
yeah, I'm
Okay.
here. So
Okay.
oh geez. So going back to the stocks, so yeah, so I was actually in AMC just like you be. I actually, well, just so everybody knows what's happening right now is I guess AMC is going through a short squeeze right now, so the price of it has went sky high, and I actually wasn't with AMC. I actually sold like back when I first got into it because I originally had about I want to say 6 stocks of AMC. Then I got rid of it, and now I'm up with 4. And then I should have held on to it, and that was my fault. But when it was going up, I bought out once I made my money back because I'm like, okay, I want to make my money back, and I kept 2 in there. And just kind of like what happened with B was, I actually set it so it sold at like right when it hit 50. And so yeah, so basically I'm out at AMC. I sold all my stocks. I was thinking about buying back in. I said if it goes back down to 49, I may buy back in. But right now I made my money back. I made a profit, so I'm pretty happy. Just like B, yeah, I haven't really been in stocks as much as I used to be, but I will say this: right now, I am green. I'm not going to tell you where I'm at money wise, but I will say this: I've actually have profited already, so it's pretty cool. I'll just tell you straight up, like I'll just tell you how much I made. I made from what I put in, I actually made about $400 in stocks, so it's pretty cool. I mean, it definitely works. It takes a lot of time. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's a grinding process. If you want to get into stocks the way we're getting into stocks, it's going to basically be a grind fest. So basically, if you're going to get into stocks, my advice is to basically choose something that you're interested in, hold, and hope that it works out. Some of the other stocks that I'm also in, I'm really big into tech. That's the big thing I'm into. I'm into the future. I know it's kind of as recording this video, I know pretty it's pretty in the red, but I mean, I always tell people, you want to when you go into stocks, I recommend you look at the future. You look towards the future. The other one that I'm in is in recovery stocks, which besides Um, well, I'll just put it like this. My airline stocks is doing great. Like I'm totally green in my airline stocks. 'Cause I bought that at the beginning of 2020, and my airline stocks are doing great. So I'm in agreement with that. I'm not really ready to take profit right now because the thing is that if I take it right now, just so you guys know, when you invest in stocks, it's kind of important that you try to keep your stocks for a year because if you don't, then you're gonna wind up having to basically pay taxes. So when you invest in the stock market, unless you get a big plus up, you kind of want to hold on to it for a year so you pay the least amount of taxes than what you got to pay for. So yeah, so right now I'm in my stocks. I'm pretty much holding right now. I haven't really been big into that. The bigger conversation is probably, at least for me, and probably B, it's gonna be in more crypto. But yeah, I mean, I'm doing pretty well. I mean, I'm up, not where I want to be. It is definitely a slow
Hey,
grind.
oh,
What's
you're
up?
kind of breaking up.
I'm
You're
breaking up.
breaking out.
All right. All right. Am I better now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know. I've been hearing a lot of breaking up so far, so hopefully I'm better. But anyways, yeah. So that's why I am with stocks. I'm pretty much in the green. It's going well. Again, and I'll just be honest with you. If you really want to make money in stocks, in my opinion, it's more of a high risk, high reward. You're going to have to put a lot in to get a lot out of it. So, but yeah, I'm in the green. It's going well. All my stocks are. I'm not. All my stocks. Most of my stocks are in the red, but what's in the green is what matters, and that's what I'm making most of my money off of. So yeah, it's doing pretty well. I don't really know what I'm going to be going into next. but I'm just basically trying to stick with tech. So that's kind of my recommendation. Um, Other than that, yeah, but you got anything else you might want to add?
Um, I mean, how's uh the medicinal? I haven't looked in a minute.
Oh,
I heard
okay,
about.
okay. Yeah, because that's
Yeah.
that's another stock I'm actually in. I'm actually am in. It's doing pretty bad. Those are all red. I add into it when I can, like very slowly. I just kind of try to trickle in because I'm in those stocks and I'm in it a little bit. Basically, I'm in it on different platforms. I'm in it in Webull. I'm in it in one finance where I have my biggest stake, and I have some of those in E Trade. But I would say I always trickle into N1 Finance. But yeah, right now I would say those stocks right now are red. Which I mean, honestly, I mean, to me, those stocks to me would never really be anything. Oh, let me say this. We're not a financial advisor. It's not financial advice. If you lose your money, that's on you. We cannot help you. This is just what we're doing. This is the process that we're going through. So if you listen to us and you lose your money, that's on you, buddy. Understand we're working in this. We kind of got into this, at least me, got into this probably 2 years ago. So do not be mad if you lose your money, if you listen to me. This is just how we feel and what we think. Gotta add that in. I forgot to add that in there in the beginning. My recommendation, if you want a good one to me, is Tilray. I mean, that's just what I think is a good one. Like that's kind of my biggest holding is Tilray because Tilray is actually making deals. Because I think they just merged with another company that was actually invested in, so I actually got more Tilray stocks because of it. So I'm pretty happy.
Oh,
But I mean, huh?
what is that company? What is that company? Company?
Uh, it started with the A. I can't remember what it was called.
No, no. Well, what does it do? That company?
Oh, the Tilray.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's just a marijuana stock. But the reason why I like that,
Oh, okay, okay.
yeah, the reason why I like that one is because it just recently merged with it merged with another stock. So two companies merged, and I think they're actually making deals over in Europe right now. So that's why I kind of like them. But I'll be honest with you, those stocks probably won't do anything unless legalization happens on the federal level. So if legalization happens on federal level, I think those stocks are going to blow up. But other than that, I mean, right now it's all in the red. So I mean, in my personal opinion, this is time to buy. So
All right.
yeah. So hey James, are you finally back, man?
No.
All right, good. We can hear you. So, man, would you mind updating everybody on like how your stocks are doing a little bit? Like kind of what some of your recommendations are.
Well, let's see, because I'm in the desert, so my phone may drop again.
All right, fair enough.
Uh, let's see. What was I gonna say? What would I recommend people? Hey, man, I sold all my stocks, and now I'm dealing cocaine. It's great. It's great, man. It's great. No, I don't know, dude. Just take stuff you're interested in. I tell people to do the research. Do the
Yeah,
research and stuff you're interested in, and then just you don't have to buy a ton. Buy a little bit, see how it does. If it's doing good, then let it roll. If you see it fluctuating, buy a little more, see what happens, you know? Don't
yeah,
put your whole life savings into the stocks.
yeah. Um, Last time we talked, I forgot what you were saying. You were saying you were into options, right?
Yeah, I started getting into options. For me, it's easier because I don't have to like stare at stocks all the time and a couple, 30 minutes a day, kind of look at what the hell's going on. Um, but I'm still not completely into that. I'm still like just a little bit here and there. You make a couple of bucks. It's pretty easy, 30-day option, 15, 30-day option or something like that. You'll stand to make a couple of bucks, and you just keep going back. But the more I look at it, it's just gambling. So you're just betting against the other person.
Mm.
I can buy 100 shares of stock and I can buy it in an option. I can put a put or call on it. And then I'm just saying basically either that stock, I think that stock's going to go up or I think that stock's going to go down. So I'm buying it at this price. So, if it goes down and you buy it, then, you still have to buy it at the price I bought it at. So that means I win. If it doesn't, then, whatever. Then I lose. But at the end of the day, it's gambling, but it's easier gambling than putting your money in the stock market and hoping that the stock market doesn't crash.
Yeah. Let me ask you this though. I mean, which ones are you looking at? Which ones are you kind of into? If you could kind of talk a little bit about it. Ones that you might be big on, ones that you might be looking at.
Stocks?
Yeah, and stocks.
Oh man, my stocks are all over the place. A little bit of EV, a little bit of weed. You know what I'm saying? What else do I have? Something in the entertainment industry. So like cruise lines. I got big holdings in like Carnival and Royal.
Yeah, I got some of that
When
too.
when they were down, dude, I went ham on that because obviously it's gonna go back up eventually.
Yeah, I
But those
might.
are all long termers.
You think so?
Yeah, dude. I'm not. Look, at the end of the day, Royal Caribbean is unless they're gonna fold sometime, which I don't see them doing that. That stock is gonna go up. It's gonna go back up to where it was.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
buying it at $10, $15 a share, but then looking, the shares used to be 50, $60. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a payday eventually.
Oh
I
yeah.
just don't, I don't have to worry about it. I don't even have to look at that every day. I'll just look at it, once a quarter, whenever I check in and go, okay, that's cool, whatever it's at. Even if it goes back down, I don't give a.
Yeah.
And the same thing with Carnival. Carnival's a little bit different because Carnival cruise lines, they be kind of tripping sometimes, but I don't know. But I mean, it should pan out. Just like EV, like the EV stocks I have, I actually don't have a lot in the actual cars. I did other like I've got a lot in
Batteries and
battery.
plugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, chargers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Charging stations, because
Yeah.
those will obviously always be around. As long as there's EV, especially how everybody's trying to go green. So yeah.
Yeah.
That's where my stock is. I don't have a ton in weed and like that, but in pharmaceuticals, not really a lot because even though pharmaceuticals will always be around, I'm kind of more putting my eggs into the whole electric vehicle. That seems like to be the next bubble.
Yeah. I agree with that.
It was technology
Another,
before. I think it's EV now.
Yeah. I agree with that. I actually do. That's I
Like
mean
like marijuana, like weed is cool. Don't get me wrong. I dig how your portfolio is, but weed is a gamble too because it's if they legalize it,
legalized.
it's
Yep.
gonna go through the roof.
Yeah.
EV ain't no legalizing to it, bro. They coming with these goddamn electric cars.
Yeah, that's why I'm in the process of trying to buy the dip on some of them. I mean, one of the ones I'm looking at right now is Plug. I kind of like that one.
Yeah, okay.
So
I think I got a lot of Blink.
Blink. Yeah, I heard of Blink too.
Blink's good.
Yeah.
But then there's gonna be an EV war in a second with
Yeah, I
all those
agree.
other companies.
But
So.
at the same time, I feel like if you're in Tesla, you're king. Like that's to me the one you want to get into.
Yes, but if you're in Tesla, that's like, okay, you're gonna make money, but you have to be in Tesla. If you're not in Tesla, and if you're not in Tesla heavy, I mean,
Yeah.
if you really want to make some retirement money, you got to be in there full force.
Yeah. No,
That I am not.
Yeah, totally agree. I mean, I'll say this: I'm in Tesla and I'm happy. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah.
I'm not in there like I want to be.
Mm.
Like I'll say this: if you one of those people that I know about, I won't say who, but if you're one of those people I know about that has about like 300 shares, especially a couple of months ago, oh man, you pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, I know a few of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that's pretty much their 401k situation.
Yeah, that's why I mean, if I could, like, if anything ever hits big, I'm I'm taking a ton of money and putting it straight into Tesla immediately. I really like Tesla. But
I think it's cool. I'm not in love with it.
I'm only in love with Tesla because how much they cover in the EV space. They have their own charging stations. They talk about doing batteries. They do the cars. They basically do a lot of stuff where like a lot of the other EVs are like specialized in places. Tesla, it's kind of all in one.
I mean, I'm pretty sure my next purchase is going to be some. So
well, hold on. Say that
have
again. You broke up a
Tesla
little
in
bit.
there. Said I'm pretty sure my next purchase will be some index funds.
Yeah, I'm in the S&P 500 right now.
Oh.
I mean, well, I own a percentage of it. I don't own a full one yet.
Yeah. So
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Hello?
Oh man, James might be going. James, you back?
no, yeah, I'm here. Sort
Okay.
of. Sort of.
Yeah, it looks like you're driving through a dead zone.
Yeah. Well, I told you.
Yeah, I know.
Told you I was though.
Hmm.
I'm trying to drive as fast as I can.
Are you still in Neo? Uh-oh. Oh,
Me?
there you are. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
All right. So I think we lost James. I guess he's going to a dead zone. So you back?
No, not bad.
All right. So
Middle of a canyon right now.
all right. Well, I mean, if you want to, man, because you keep going in and out, I'll move on to the next person real quick, and it will come back to you.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, because you don't know nothing about crypto, do you?
Look. I'm a crypto. What?
Not what I was asking, but okay. But anyways,
You said crypto.
hey Norris. So is there anything you can add to this conversation if you're there, man?
Sure.
All right.
Just to take it back to, I guess, basics and really thinking it through.
All right. Cool.
It's a timing game. It's one of these things of you're investing your time because time and money, but you have to pay attention at least somewhat. And at the same time of you doing that, there are certain times in the industry where it's better to get in here than at a later point in time, because as time progresses, everything increases. So you may not have as much in the beginning. I don't know what a particular person may or may not be working with, but at the same time of all of it happening, literally you might only have like, I don't know, $100 to your name, but at the same time, you're not gonna, because of life circumstances, you're not supposed to oh, I'm gonna put all this in there, even though it's $100. For some people, that they look at that like that's not that much money, but then for that person and their circumstance of the time, that's everything they got.
Yeah.
So it's mainly a time thing. So once you start chipping away and starting, you keep adding. That's the point of the investment. You keep adding. Now you have to also do your due just diligence and making sure you're researching who you're investing in. Like some people like to have mixed portfolios. Some people don't want to do that. They want to more so invest in one of these companies because they're doing good or whatever their reasoning may be. But at the same time, it's all about time. And it's going, okay, how much do you think you could stick in and around this company? Because they might take a dip here because of this, that, and the third of something happening, you know? but then they might have a recovery that go up like 150%. So it's like, I don't know, it's risky, but at the same time of all of it, it's all about time. So it's better to get in when we're going through the dips for anybody. It doesn't matter if you're already invested. Oh, let me reinvest a little bit of money if I believe in this company, like that kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
So then at the same time, you're making a real profit because of what the company is capable of and is doing, not all hopes and belief of shoulda, coulda, woulda been hypotheticals. That don't work.
Yeah.
So that's why I always tell people, like, and it's just not even in stocks or cryptocurrency or anything like that. That's a life thing. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so you have to kind of think of it that way in perspective, because cryptocurrency right now is moving a little bit fast, you know. But
Hold
at the
on, hold on, hold on. We'll get into crypto in a sec, because
same
that's gonna be an entire second segment of this. But I just keep it on stocks, because most
okay,
people know about stocks, not too many
yeah,
people know about crypto. So
but stocks is more of a slow game. What do
yes,
I mean by that? Like, it's a slow and steady game. It's not a thing you come in today and then tomorrow you're a billionaire. It can happen. I'm not saying it can't happen. What I am saying is literally it's more of a long game. It's not something that you I'm gonna be a millionaire overnight kind of thing. You put a little bit of time, you put a little bit of research in that thing, so then that way you're risking. Why? Because you're putting your money here, there, or wherever you're putting it, and at the same time you may not get that money back, and it might just keep dipping, 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 and then you go, well, this is too much for me to lose. You take what you got, what you can, you take it out, then you sitting there going, damn, the next day that shit is skyrocketing. You go like, I should have just left it alone. So again, it's a timing thing. How much time you got on your hands of what you can do or what you got.
yeah. I definitely agree with that, and I guess I want to add in a little bit more, because I mean, what you said is totally right. Um, just to kind of add onto that, so this is something, listening to people and listen to other investors, because understand this information is not all coming from me. I mean, I've been doing my research, I'm studying, I'm listening to other people, so I'm not an expert, like I said before. So please don't take this as financial advice. You're not some financial advisors. We're just trying to every 3 months trying to give you guys some more information what we've learned. So, but with that being said, so one thing that somebody said, and I think I do agree with, is every paycheck you should put at least $100 into the stock market. That's how you really should do it. So every time you get paid, put like $100 trickle in, because so there's kind of, to me, I feel like there's like two ways to go into the stock market. There's going in, well, three ways. There's the chance way, which can work, but highly unrecommended, where you just put all your money into the stock market. I heard of like one financial advisor who basically, well, not one financial advisor, but one dude who does finances. He basically said that he doesn't have any money in his bank or savings. He just puts all of his money into stocks, which I truly don't recommend. But for him, because he has a lot of money, it's just like he's one of those people who believe in let money work for you, which I agree with. But particularly where you're at in life, don't do that. At least that's my recommendation. I'm not gonna say it doesn't work, because that person's a millionaire. But in my personal opinion, I wouldn't do that. The other way, and to me, if you're like I said, if you're not working with much money and don't really have much income, to me, I recommend you trickle in. Like, like every paycheck, put some money in, put like 100, 200. Don't break yourself, but just put as much as you can. And like Nora said, do your research, know what you're investing into, make sure you like what you're investing into, make sure you trust the product, knows what's going on. Do your research. Don't just put your money into anything. Yes, I say Tesla, but I know Tesla. Yes, I'm heavy on Tesla. I'm a Tesla bull, which I'll tell you straight up, most people say never be bullish on any company. That's a very bad idea, because that's how people wind up losing everything. But I'm the bad idea guy, where I'm very bullish on Tesla. And if I ever get enough money that I can spare, I'm definitely going to put more money into Tesla. I'm heavy on Tesla. I really do believe that thing's going to be worth a couple thousand one day. But that's just me. But again, don't take me as a financial advisor. The last way, and this is kind of how you really win, is again, it's a high risk, high reward, putting a bunch of money in there, but that's only for people who have money. Like, I know of some guys who put like $1 million into stocks, but again, they're multi-millionaires, so they can do that. And that's kind of like probably the best way to win. Because understand, if you got let's say you worth $20 million, you put like $1 million into stocks, and that thing goes up like a small percentage. That's a humongous return because you put so much money in there. So that's the thing, is that's the last way to me to play. Is high risk, high reward. At least how I feel. At least that's the way I like to do stocks, because I don't really like to play with options or anything like that. I just like to just invest and hold. I'm a kind of hold guy. So that's just kind of how I like to do. I like to kind of trickle into stocks. I try to put like 100 in there. And like I said, I've actually profited. I can honestly say I've actually profited. So it does work. But Norris is right. It is a time thing. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of investment. So yeah. So does anybody else want to add anything?
I'm good.
Everybody good?
Yep.
All right.
I'm not, because I gotta move on. I gotta go.
Oh man. So you came and you go already?
I told you I tried.
All right, man. If you gotta go, man. If you want to put your social media in there, because we're about to get on the crypto part. Unless you want to stay for the crypto, if you got time.
I wish I could, but social media, you can follow some of the stuff I'm doing on Instagram, Facebook, pretty much every social media platform, doesn't even matter. For Crump Society and Norris Vote. So I'll spell Crump Society out just in case you don't know. KRUMPSOCIETY, Crump Society. And then Norris Vote, NORRISPHOT. And that's it.
All right. And if you ever are able to stay on a full episode, we'll go over Crump Society and we'll talk more about that.
Okay, sounds good to me. Thank you.
No problem, man. But all right, man. You have a good night, man.
All right, you too.
Night,
all of
bro.
you.
All right, man. You have a good night.
Peace.
Cool. All right. Then there were 3.
Come back to me.
You know what? Are you rapping Afro, man?
You damn right.
I can't believe you know it. I don't think anybody outside of where we live knew that song.
Are you kidding me? Afro Man's shit.
Oh, I agree. Just like
he was a gangster.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Come back to me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Trust me, if you're from out here, man, everybody knows that song. Just like bums we used to stay. Oh my, I said it wrong. Just like bums we used to stay in the slums of LA. By the way.
Damn. Afro Man connoisseur.
Well, he's the only one who held it down out here for the AB. Sadly, he's the only one who had.
Oh yeah, that is 100% true.
Uh-huh.
Maybe 1,000%.
My point. I mean, the funny thing is, I don't know if people know this, but Donald Glover was actually born on the military base out here.
Yeah, I don't think that's a fun fact anybody cares about.
Oh, I know, but I was shocked when I found out.
I mean, hey, hey, it's one of those fun facts that could have stayed in the back. Nobody would have cared. You said Donald Glover or Danny Glover?
Donald, Childish Gambino.
Yeah, that makes it even worse. Oh my god! Found your 4th yet?
I don't know. We'll find out. But either way, we're going to keep this train moving, and I know you don't know much about this subject. This is going to be the second part of it.
Hey, bro, my Bluetooth died. Hold on, give me a sec.
Oh yeah, that's fine. That is totally fine. because I'll just go ahead and
Try to find a fourth for this.
nah, I mean it depends. I mean I'm not gonna be able to I'm not surprised if you can't come on.
I mean, I get it, you know. I know about being a crypto.
I'm sure you do.
Isn't that close enough, right? What you talking about, right?
I mean, heck, if as long as you know about making money.
Man.
Well, hold on, wait. I don't know if I want that kind of advice on
Let's
making money.
say, look at here. Oh, yeah, cocaine, man. Cocaine.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Cocaina, okay, look, man. With all the shit going on in the world, I can't believe this is all you want to talk about.
No, there's more. This is just the opening. Like, I mean, it's just 3 months is the one thing that we know about. I mean, no, there's a lot going on. I want to go over the Floyd and Logan aftermath because we talked about it.
And I was damn right. That dude wasn't gonna lose. World of boxing, savior, whatever.
All right, okay, forget it. Okay, we'll come back to the crypto part since B's not here. Since you brought it, I brought it up, but F it, we'll jump right into it. Well, we'll come back to critical. I know you gotta leave in about an hour, so
you better hurry up before I go through another spot. Like I'm good right now.
Yeah, fair enough. So no, okay, I'll say it like this. Now that we all, I mean, I saw the fight, so we all saw the fight. I will say this.
I saw highlights. I wasn't paying no money for that.
Yeah, okay, that's the same with me. I didn't really. Yeah, I saw highlights too.
Yeah,
you're
watch
right.
the fight.
Well, no, I watched it.
I didn't watch shit. I watched the highlights. Okay.
No, I tell you about. No, I did watch the fight. I did watch the fight. I didn't just watch highlights. I watched the fight, and I will say this. I guess Logan Paul got the win he wanted. I'll be honest with you. I'm so happy I didn't pay for that at all.
Bro, what? Like, it's so funny. People keep talking. He win. He wins. He got knocked out at one of the point. He was the punch of his life. He threw some a flurry of weenie punch that was the stupidest I've ever seen. Like, what is he like? He's like, yeah, I won because I went 8 rounds with a world-class boxer. No, you idiot. You went 8 rounds. You went 8 exhibition rounds with a guy who's twice your age. It wasn't Floyd's point wasn't to knock this guy out. Floyd's point was to put on a show. That's what an exhibition is, and make a ton of money doing it.
Yeah, but I'll say this, man. He won for himself.
Bro, I mean, that's like me. That's stupid. That's like, it's the dumbest thing ever. That's like me going to a car show, parking my car, sitting there all day, and they hand the award because I went stupid. And it was an exhibition at that. Like, there was no judges. There was not supposed to be a winner. This is something just to show off.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not really gonna argue that point. All I'm saying is this: is that I agree with the car recommendation. If you know, if you put it at the fact of you're talking about like the greatest car club that ever was alive, and your car was good enough to at least sit in their vicinity, then I would say that definitely
okay.
It up.
Okay, let me put sports to sports. That's like somebody going to the All-Star game and then trying to declare a victory. Like, it's stupid. Nobody cooking. That's like going to the baseball All-Star game and then trying to nobody's playing to win a game. Everybody's playing to show off. It's an All-Star game. Have you ever watched the NBA All-Star game?
Do I watch them every year? So yes.
It's literally a game of slam dunks and 3-pointers.
I mean,
no one really playing basketball.
Well, except for the last 2 years. Last year's has actually been pretty good. Well, at the fourth quarter, but yes, you're right. For the most part, that's all.
You said the fourth quarter, bro. So you tell me one quarter out of all 4 of them. Yeah, they was really playing basketball. No, they weren't. These dudes are around.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The last 2 years, no, they actually started playing. They actually had some good competitive games the last 2 years. So I can admit that they were playing. I'm not. Yeah, they were playing.
So let me
the
get
fourth quarter, by the way. I'm talking about the fourth quarter. Yes, it was pretty competitive at the fourth quarter. Not the whole game, not at all.
So somebody's bragging about the All-Star game right now, right?
Oh no, not at all.
Like, oh man, you somebody's like, yeah, man, you didn't see me put up 13 points in the All-Star game.
Well,
on,
I mean,
bro.
besides Chris Paul breaking Magic Johnson's record, which did happen.
Dude, okay, again, is anybody hyping up what the fuck they did in the All-Star game? No.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about the All-Star game. No, you care? You weren't in the All-Star game. You don't count, bro. You hyping up? What you sitting on the couch watch TV? I watched that. Hey, bro, I watched that game. Yeah, you gotta give me credit. I watched all 4 quarters of that. Like Logan Paul it's just more of what I was saying when we talked about this initially. It's all a social media thing. Like, It's stupid. I get knocked out, but I'm gonna say, hey everybody, I won. I lasted 8 rounds. Bro,
well, hold on.
No, I won.
Hold on. From what Logan Paul says, this is coming from his mouth, and I want to see what you're gonna say about this. Logan Paul said he did not get out. He did not get knocked out. What Logan Paul said was he was putting his weight on Floyd Mayweather to try to tire him out.
He fell asleep? Is that what it was? Because I've seen that from all angles. And when that dude got hit, he was lights out for him. He was snapping for a minute. I think Floyd Mayweather woke him up. Like, hey, wake up. It's okay. We still got a couple rounds to go. Let's do this.
I mean, I'm just saying what came out of his mouth. He said he did not get knocked out.
I bet. have you ever gotten into a fight before and lost?
Oh yeah.
Nah, man, player. Nah, I didn't lose. I didn't lose that fight. Nah, man, I just slipped. I slipped a couple times, bro. He didn't hit me. I fell on my own. Okay, I fell on my own because I was winning so bad. I fell. Get out of here. Tell me. Logan Paul's a joke. He just wants to stay relevant, and this is his 5, 10, 15 minutes of fame.
Well, I mean, I don't know if I'll say that. I mean, Logan Paul right now, he's a now guy. I can't say he wants to stay relevant. He is the relevant guy right now. So I can't really say that.
He's a YouTuber.
Yes. So in the YouTube world, I guess he's relevant. I don't know. Honestly, that's the crazy thing. He's relevant from cats you guys age. Yeah.
I never heard of the dude before this whole Floyd Mayweather situation.
Well, never heard of the guy. And that's exactly it. I mean, it's generations. Like there's a lot. Like for example, if you talk to me about rappers right now, I don't know any of the new guys really. I know maybe a few, but I mean, I pretty much stopped listening to it. So yeah, like when it comes to hip hop, I don't really know. But yeah, I mean, yeah, Logan Paul was kind of. I mean, he was kind of after my generation, but I was still young enough to know who he was because I was still, young to know he wasn't followed. So I would say, yeah, for this generation, he isn't now. But I will say, yeah, like it makes sense that you don't know about him into the boxing thing because, I mean, let's just be honest. You're what 2-3 generations ahead of me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not really that. That's why I'm saying Logan Paul he is a relevant guy now. Not. He's a now. He's not the past. He's the now.
I don't know. Yeah, okay. But you're talking about Floyd Mayweather. We're talking about Pretty Boy Floyd. We're talking about somebody who's back in the old generation and the new generation relevant.
No, Floyd is a legend. He's on legend status now.
Yeah,
it's just like Mike Tyson. He's a legend. Nobody like this. There's only a few people who can transition throughout decades. Like Floyd is one of those guys. Mike Tyson is one of those guys. Snoop in hip hop is one of those guys. I would say Jay-Z is one of those guys. Very few people can do that.
I mean, well, and look at it. So yeah, Logan Paul's riding dude's coattails. I don't care how relevant you think he is. That dude's the smaller draw in this situation.
Yeah, I agree. But I mean, I don't know if I'll call it riding his coattails as much. I'll call it like like I said, I think Logan Paul is the now, and Floyd is the legend. It's that simple.
But that doesn't make sense. He's the now and nothing. He's the problem with the world. He was a internet gangster. Like he really thought he could go out there and do something, and it didn't work. But now he's gonna say, "Look, hey, I lasted." Before the fight, he's like, "Man, I'm gonna knock this dude out. I'm taller than him. I'm bigger than him. I'm stronger than him." Blah 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 blah. After the fight, he got laid out. He was like, "Hey, I lasted 8 rounds. That's a win for me, right? That's a win. That's just trying to spin it so you don't look like a complete idiot."
I mean, in my personal opinion, that's his personal win. Again, let me say it again. That is his personal win. And I agree. If you feel like you won after 8 rounds, personally, yeah, you won. If that's what you were going for. If that's your sense of victory, I can't be mad at that for your own personal belief. Now, I'll say it like this because we haven't gotten into it, and I'll tell you straight up. When you watch that fight and you look at it, Floyd won that entire thing. Like he didn't lose at all. Like all this talking about, Logan Paul. No. Logan Paul got whooped the entire time. And I personally think Floyd was kind of messing with him most of that fight.
Dude, again, you're talking about a world-class boxer?
Exactly.
Why did he yes, he was playing. It was an exhibition.
Yeah.
He's not trying to go out there and kill this guy.
Yeah. No, I agree, but
I play basketball again. If I'm playing basketball against my 7-year-old niece, I'm not gonna slam dunk on her.
Why not? You teach her some very great values.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, this guy's out here boxing out. You know what I'm saying? Elbows. You know what I'm saying? Slam dunking, fouling. Come on, man.
Hey, it's how my uncle did to me when I was a kid. I think I was like 9 or 8 years old. He backed me down, pushed me. Like, I don't think you understand how hard I play basketball. Dude, I played basketball with my cousin one time just downstairs. Dude, I walked away with a cut on my chest, bleeding from my chest. No lie.
I mean, come on. Like, come on, man. You serious? Like, this is ridiculous. Nobody's gonna do that. No one wants to do that.
I'm just saying the Bills care. All I'm saying is next time you see. Hello?
Oh,
Yeah, I'm here.
No, not you. I'm James.
Like, can you hear me good?
Yeah, I can hear you. You're good.
Do you have like a wind noise?
good.
No, you're okay. You're okay.
Okay.
Wind noise.
Yeah,
He
I'm outside.
He must be outside. Yeah. If it gets bad, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Yeah. But okay, I'll actually after the show. Cause I had a question for you people. I'm like, wait a minute, that's I'd ask you about that after. but no, I mean, going back at it, I mean, looking at it, I mean, I'll say this again. I said it already. I'll say it again. Floyd definitely. If you want to talk about scorecard, whatever, they judged Floyd won that easily, absolutely. And yes, I agree with you, James, where he did it for fun. Yeah, it's I can't say the fucking word. Why can I not say the word?
Expedition?
No, not expedition. It's not expedition. Exhibition.
It's exhibition.
Exhibition. Exhibition. Oh.
It's not a car. It's not a car, bro. It's fight.
Oh man. So yes, I mean, for the most part, everything you say, I pretty much agree with you. But I mean, to me though, I mean, again, if Logan feels like he won by lasting 8 rounds, I mean, to me, I'll be honest with you because I'm not a boxer. I mean, if I can last 8 rounds with Mike Tyson, who's like one of my favorite boxers of all time, I'll feel like I win. I didn't win the match, But the fact that I survived, like he said, I would feel like a winner too. I didn't get knocked out by Mike Tyson.
Okay, understand this. If you went in a ring with Mike Tyson, you would last 8 rounds.
I said, that's not what I said. Why I said if I could last 8 rounds with Mike Tyson.
No, you didn't listen to what I said. I said you would last 8 rounds.
If I was to train, possibly.
No, you would last 8 rounds. You know why?
Okay, why?
Okay, you really want to know why?
Yes.
Because Mike Tyson doesn't want to be known for the guy who killed a fucking nobody in the ring.
Oh.
Think about it. What benefit does he get for killing you in the ring? He doesn't. So, yeah, he's just gonna play with you. You guys are gonna spar a little bit. That's it.
James, we lost you for a sec. You back?
Yeah, I'm back. Mike
Okay.
sending me messages. But yeah, no, he's not gonna kill you in the ring, so you'll be good. He's gonna spar with you, and that's it. Fight's over. You guys get paid. You walk away. Done. Same thing Floyd Mayweather did.
And again, if I could do that with Mike Tyson, I'll feel like a winner. If I could walk away with millions of dollars, I'll do that every. I'll fight every fight if that's the case.
I
don't know. I have no idea. What was that? B, what the hell? Did you fart?
Oh no, I was opening the door. Yeah, like
yeah, I bet you was opening the door.
I don't fart like that.
God damn. Oh man.
This is all I'm saying. Okay, you know what? I want to take the time, and I just want to say this. I want to give some respect to Logan Paul to this much, as you know, watching that fight. I'll say this: if he ever got into a real match, particularly with a knockout artist, I don't think he will last. But I will say, to me, looking at how he fights, there is raw potential there, but it's raw potential. And I could tell that he worked hard. So I'll give Logan Paul that much respect. He did work hard for that fight. And you can tell.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I bet you give him a petition of a participation award too. I bet you everybody's a winner in your eyes.
No, again, like I said, listen to what I said. I said that's a personal win for him, and I could accept that if that's a personal win.
But it's not a realistic win. So I mean, again, you're the dude that gives everybody's a winner. Everybody won, hug, and let's have be fun. As long as you had fun. Out of here.
I won't say that. I just okay. So it's two ways.
You didn't say that. I said it.
No, I know. No. Yeah, I know what you said. I'm just gonna say it like this. I will respect people whatever they want to, how far they want to go. You know, like if your belief system is I just want to last in there for 2 rounds, then I respect it. This is a catch-22 though. I'm not like that when it comes to my friends or if I know you. This is why some people are my friends and vice versa, why they don't always like me, because the thing is that if you're one of my peoples, I hold you to an expectation. So, I mean, me and Keith, I don't know if we talked about it on this podcast, but me and Keith talked about it all the time. And I think I've said it on here that, you know, I'm not mad if you accept where you're at, and that's fine. But as soon as you say that you want more and you complain about it and you don't do nothing about it, that's when I get on your ass and start becoming annoying as fuck. Ask B, he'll tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. I mean, again, I'll respect where you want to be, but you know, if I feel like you could be more, trust me, I'm probably not the nicest. I don't want to say I'm not the nicest guy, but I could be hella fucking annoying because I'll start getting pissed off about it because I definitely hold people to a standard.
Makes sense.
But and like I said, in a Logan Paul case, where like I said, it seemed like his goal was just to get in the ring with Floyd and last. Hey man, I respect it, and I'm not trying to be funny or not to be disrespectful. I'm just being real. Like I respect it. Yeah, you did your thing. Congratulations. You know, like that's what you wanted to prove, and you proved you could last in with Floyd. Now the question is what happens when you deal with a guy who's really trying to take your head off?
Go in there and fight Canelo. See what happens.
Actually,
go fight Pacquiao.
Oh God, what's his name? I think I forgot his first name, but it's Woolley. His brother's about to fight somebody. His brother is the one. That's the one that everybody like. That's the one I'm looking at. Because his brother got everybody pissed off.
They're all the same.
You think so?
They're all the same. They're just again they're trying to be relevant. They're trying hard.
Again, I can't get the relevant thing to you because again, to me, they're not relevant. They're the now, so I can't really say they're trying to be relevant. They are relevant.
That's okay. You can't say it. I can.
Well, no, I'm just saying for what it is. You know, like they are relevant.
That's cool. They're in your eyes, they're whatever.
No, I'm saying for the times that they are, because again, Floyd is a legend, you know, so he's gonna oversee. But Floyd ain't what Floyd was when he's at the top of his game, you know. No. He's a bad example because he's a legend, so he's always gonna be known. I need a better example. Who's a better example? I'm trying to think. Somebody who was relevant and not relevant now.
MC Hammer.
Yeah, that's a good example. You know, in the 90s, totally relevant. Absolutely. You know, he was a guy. He was big, you know, in the 90s, but particularly early 90s, that was his time. Once he got to the late 90s, you know, he's not really relevant anymore.
Bumping in the bumping.
Man, one of these days, man, well, we can't legally play that song, but if we ever make real money off this podcast, I'm gonna play that song here one day.
Bumps in the bump. For the girls with the bumps in the bump.
Oh man, that's probably gonna be this podcast theme song. It should be. But that's what I'm saying. Like right now is that, you know, like that's what I'm saying. Logan Paul is the now. You know, Floyd's a legend. Logan Paul's a now. I mean, I know you don't know about. Again, remember, you're like what 2-3 decades ahead of me. You know, Logan Paul to me is a guy like I'm probably a decade above him. You know. So as he was coming up, I saw his rise, and yeah, I mean he's a I won't say he's the guy, like he's no Drake, but he is a guy. He is relevant now. So either way, man. You know what, B? Since you got anything you want to add, man, before we end this topic?
Yeah, man. Have that fight. I'm happy that everyone didn't waste the time watching it.
I won't say that. I mean, I'll put a lot like this. I mean, I'm happy to know I paid for it. I didn't pay for it. I sure as hell was not going to pay for it. But keep going.
So you was happy to watch it?
I mean, I didn't pay for it. But like this, I'm not unhappy. You know, like I'll be more angry if I paid for it. Yeah, I'll be hot.
You know, and I said no hate on anyone. You know, congratulations to both of them. They both made their money. If I was gonna make, how much Dave Paul made? 10 million. I mean, wherever the one of the brothers.
No, I think if I remember right, I think what it was. I I don't really know what the numbers. I think Floyd definitely. I think Floyd made 10 million. I think Logan Paul made 250K, but they get a percentage of the buys.
Okay.
So that's kind of how it is. So
Well,
I don't really know how much they made, but like this,
No.
Floyd got paid.
Yeah, I'll play it. If I got offered that much money, then Beverly used to be the boxer too. But besides grabbing him the whole match, I'll be running around. That was gonna be tense on me, but I'm guaranteed that money, so I ain't trying to get hit. I want some brain cells left over to be able to enjoy that money. I'll be rolling on the floor, hopping out of the arena, getting all type of penalties. Yep, I'll definitely be me. But at the end of the day, I won because I made that money. I don't blame Dave Paul for going out there and finding Floyd and making that money. At the end of the day, they're the winners. They're not. The real winners are, the people who owns the stadium and all that other. They're the real winners.
Hey, Adrian.
What up?
How do you feel about some of the fighters, particularly MMA fighters, getting pissed off because they feel like they're not being paid enough because of the Paul brothers?
Well, I mean, then they need to do like Floyd did it, demand their money.
Yeah, because it happened. I forgot who it was, but basically, two fighters that were in the UFC and they canceled their fight because they weren't happy that basically they weren't making the same money that Jake Paul and Logan were drawing.
Well, yeah, I'll be pissed too, but I mean, that's the thing. They're only getting that money because they demanded because they fought Floyd Mayweather, and Floyd Mayweather demands to get paid. So they were just riding the coattails. Oh, I know you don't like me saying that.
No.
Relevant
Well,
the
only
money.
reason, it's not about not liking you. It's just fact. I mean, what was it? There was a YouTube and TikTok event, and some of those guys made millions of dollars, way more than a regular fighter.
That's cool.
So
what's that got to do with anything?
Well, that's my point. Is the fact that these guys who basically aren't really fighters getting paid millions, and the fighters ain't getting that much money. I mean, there has to be something there to it. I mean,
if you're not getting the money, if you're not demanding the money, then you're not gonna get the money. I mean, obviously, closed mouths don't get fed. So you can sit there and cry and be upset and be like, "That's not fair. We're really cool and people like us, but we're not making that much money." Okay, well, again, Floyd Mayweather was making nothing. Like when he fought like Oscar De La Hoya was the draw.
Yeah.
And Floyd just made a couple bucks.
Yeah.
So I mean,
at
that point.
So it goes back to what I'm saying. Every sports needs a draw, needs a guy.
Well, I don't know about every sport needs a draw, but I mean, if you want to make money, I mean, yeah, you're gonna need to have somebody market.
Nah, thank you. That's all I needed.
Well, that's what it is.
No, I know. I just want to make sure. I just want to hear you say that because you proved my argument right from last time. So thank you. I appreciate it.
What's argument? What number?
Was
I involved in that argument?
Yeah, it was the last time we had a conversation. Not in the last podcast, but the podcast before, where I sat there and say boxing doesn't really have a draw anymore. They don't have a guy.
Well, but they've got Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd.
Actual and factual, like you're talking different. Like you're talking about somebody marketing. That's marketable. A little different than just a guy. Like Mike Tyson was a guy. He was just like a dude who was laying guys out. That's how they were promoting him. Yeah. Floyd Mayweather is just like he's a marketable dude because that's what he built his whole persona into. again, when he was Pretty Boy Floyd, he was a boxer. Now as Money Mayweather, he's more than a boxer.
But
he's a guy who wants money. He even said it in his interview after the damn fight. He said, I'm a legalized bank robber.
I know
exactly what
that. I heard it, and I'm not saying you're wrong about it. But my point being is that to me, for a sport to be able to get big money and get major money, you need that guy. Let's go to wrestling. You know, you look at the best time in wrestling.
Hulk Hogan.
Well,
I called it Hulk Hogan.
I'll give you Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan, but I was
Ultimate Warrior.
Not over Hulk Hogan.
Oh, well, again, I said Hulk Hogan first, but then you said something else. So I'm like,
well, no, because you gotta let me finish.
You want me to say The Rock? You want me to say The Rock?
Let me finish and let me get there. Because like I said, yes, I'll give you Hulk Hogan. You're totally right. But when I really got into wrestling, the guys who drew and made big money, and everybody knew they were there, you made big money, and like that's what they said. You'll never find a period of time like this, and probably in any athletic sports ever again, where you have two marketing guys that card draws at the same time, in The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin. You had a bunch of guys who are wrestlers, and then you had your top guys. I'm not talking about Rock act. I'm talking about before that. The guys who I call them the guys who transcend to basically transcend their craft. You know.
Want me to say The Rock? That's all you want to say.
Well, no, I'm saying Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin. You know, and my point being is that in any sport, you need a guy. If you want to make that big money, you need those guys who could draw in people for that big money.
Well, yeah, they're called main eventers. If you don't know,
yeah,
wrestling's always had them. If it wasn't Hulk Hogan, it was after Hulk Hogan. It was there's the genres like Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan, Junkyard Dog, Ric Flair. Then you got like The Rock, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Bret Hart. Nobody said anything about Bret Hart. John Cena. The losers they got now.
I can't even argue that.
Yeah.
But
the Miz, the other loser, the Heartbreak whole connection, Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, Shawn. But see, but see, that's not saying they're different classes. So you have your and again, I don't want to call these guys losers. I actually like wrestlers. I've actually met a couple. They're cool people. So you guys ain't losers. It's just let's just say losers. I think the decision making of the company right now is not the best. That's what I like losers. To say. I don't really want to call them losers because they actually are good.
You don't want to call them. You don't have to call them losers. I call them losers.
All right, I guess I'm the nice guy here. That's fine. I'll be the nice guy.
Yeah, exactly. That's what your job is, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I guess I gotta be.
Mine is to tell the real. Just like I said, Drake last time. Let me point this out. Roman Reigns sucks. How about that?
He's better now. He's better now.
He is not.
And again, I blame the company for that. I blame WWE for that. They ruined him.
Really? Because you didn't blame that with The Rock or Stone Cold or nobody. You would have blamed them.
No. Because the way he was marketed at the beginning, I call the Roman Reigns syndrome. I always call it the Roman Reigns syndrome. The Roman Reigns syndrome is when a company or organization takes a guy and forces him down your throat to force you to like him, and you really don't like him. I mean, and the problem is it wasn't that people didn't like Roman Reigns. It's that people, like, at least for me, and like listen to other people. So I'm not getting this from me. This is me doing my research, because people felt a lot of people felt the same way that I did. I'm not saying there's not people feel differently, but most people I listened to, that felt the same way I did. Was Roman Reigns was good until you started trying to force him down the throat when everybody was saying we don't feel like he's ready, and you pushed him down the throat, act like he was ready, and then he got a bunch of backlash. It doesn't work. You can't do that. That's why I call it the Roman Reigns syndrome.
It's funny you guys call it the Roman Reigns some shit
syndrome. I call it that.
Okay, good, because it's funny because they called it the John Cena effect before. So
yeah. Okay. So it's John Cena. This is why I say John Cena and Roman Reigns was different. John Cena, the problem with John Cena was he never changed. It was the same thing. That's the John Cena effect. Roman Reigns basically took that. You get what I'm saying? So because Roman Reigns didn't have to be the next John Cena because Roman Reigns was already coming up. The problem was and like I feel like a lot of people that we felt like they pushed him too soon and they forced him down everybody's throat. John Cena, the difference between him and John Cena was John Cena. Like I tell you, I liked John Cena until about 2007 when he became annoying because he never changed. He was the same dude. And when people say change him up, make him a heel, do something with him, he was the same dude, hustle, loyalty, respect, running to the ring, same moves, everything. This super stuff became boring. And basically, you know, people didn't really come up behind him, and it was just never building any other top guys. And that's what happened to Cena. Cena became the reoccurring case, and like he outlived his welcome, basically, is what happened. And never made a change when he should have.
That's not really the case because think about it. John Cena was the fucking he was the doctor of thugonomics when he first came in there.
Yeah. And he was I'll admit this, when he first came in, he annoyed me a little bit, but then he grew on me because he got better.
Yeah, but that was his gimmick. He was a heel.
Yeah.
But once he turned into the face of the company, he couldn't turn back heel. They never let him.
Yes, yes. And that's only because they didn't trust anybody else. And again, that has to do with WWE's development issue.
So he was the face that ran the place.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And when he was coming out, they had to put somebody in there. There goes Roman Reigns.
Roman Reigns came because his time was running out, basically. The problem, yes, I get why he did. The problem was they did too soon because Roman Reigns could have naturally got there, but they started pushing him in a way and started making really bad decisions in his character that just had everybody reject him.
You sure it wasn't that he just sucked?
No, not at all. If you look at Roman Reigns before he was becoming the guy who he was, like when he was coming up with the Shield and stuff, people loved Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns was the shit. It's when they broke up the Shield prematurely, which I get why they had to do it because everybody was getting injured, so they had to break him up and push new guys. So when they broke him up, put him on his own, and forced him into weird situation that made no sense, when he should have just been a badass running out there kicking people's ass. Yeah, you ruined his character, and then you kept forcing him down people's throat, put him in all these situations, all these positions that like nobody really believed in, and people just felt like he wasn't ready. And then you forced us to like him, and every time people said stop doing what you're doing, you kept doing it to the point where people started rejecting him. Yeah.
Well,
is that it? Oh, James, are you there?
Roman Reigns sucks. That's all.
I can't say that. I won't say Roman Reigns sucks, especially now. Now, like if you watch the storyline now, he's actually. I wish Keith was here because Keith would tell you. But now with the storylines now, no, he's actually better. He's definitely better. I actually like Roman Reigns now that they turn him heel. So it really does help him out.
That's what you say.
No, just watch it. Well, it's the only one that people care about, and he's doing a pretty good job.
Yeah, sure.
All right, I'm listening to a rebuttal, man.
Thought I did. I said Roman Reigns sucks.
Let me ask you this: why do you think he sucks? Like, let's start there.
Look, man, I didn't buy a skybox at a WWE event and stand up there and chant Roman Reigns sucks with everybody else because I thought he was a great wrestler. So there we have it.
All right. Yeah. I mean, either way, because we're getting away from my point. The point, my main point being is that no matter what, you need to draw, and my point being is that, you know, going back to what you're saying, like Shawn Michaels and Triple H. This is why you know, particularly in the 90s and the early 2000s, which they even said from what is that, I want to say 95 to 2004 2005 was the best time of wrestling. I mean, it definitely was.
Oh yeah, the attitude.
Yeah, the greatest time of wrestling was Attitude Era. It was amazing. And so my point being is, I get what you're saying about main eventers, but the reason why I call Rock and Stone Cold transcending stars instead of main eventers is because to me it's Shawn Michaels, it's Triple H, Undertaker, Kane. You know, these guys were main eventers. These were the big heavyweights. These are the guys who you knew that, you know, that if you need a wrestling match, you need a good match, or you need some people, you put those guys in there, and those are your wrestlers. But I always say Rock and Austin were a class above that because they transcended their sports. So to me, you know, if you want to talk about Triple H and Shawn Michaels, those were main eventers, but they were kind of more in their industry. So they're known in their industry. If you don't know nothing about wrestling, like if let you know about wrestling, you don't know about Triple H or Shawn Michaels. You have no idea who they are. But even if you didn't know about wrestling, you knew about Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock because they're transcended superstar. They're draws that brought people in. I knew people that literally just would watch wrestling or would like miss the whole entire show unless The Rock or Stone Cold Steve Austin came out there. If they weren't there, they weren't watching. It's that simple. Those were transcended stars. And that's what I'm saying. Every form of entertainment needs transcendent stars that draws people in. If you don't have that, you're pretty much not gonna. Well, I should say sports. You got to have your transcendent star. If you don't have that, you're not going to draw people in. And it's those people that bring in the big bucks.
Yeah, B, what do you think about this?
B. B.
Hello?
Yeah, what happened?
Oh no.
Okay. Did you hear Adrian's question?
Okay, I heard him call my name. I didn't hear the question.
Basically, he was asking you, what do you think about of everything we were talking about?
Oh yeah. Okay, so going off what you just said about like stars. What you just said about every, at least especially now that every team needs a transcendent star.
Hold on. Okay. Let me maybe consolidate a little bit. So basically, what I'm saying, what my argument is that every sport, every athlete thing, you need that transcendent star to bring people in, so you could bring money to your organization. And I was also telling them, like, there's different levels. Like there are main eventers, and but you only know in the sports, like we were talking about wrestling, like Triple H and Shawn Michaels. They're main eventers, absolutely. But they're only but you don't know about them unless you watch wrestling. If you don't watch wrestling, you don't know about Triple H. You don't know about Shawn Michaels. You don't know about Undertaker. You don't know about Kane. You don't know about Mankind. You don't know about any of these guys unless you watch wrestling. Mm-hmm. But you have your transcendent stars at that time with Stone Cold and The Rock. That to me, where you didn't have to be a wrestling fan, you knew about these guys. I consider those guys are transcendent stars. And I'm saying, like, if you really want to make the big money, every sport, you need to have that transcendent guy to draw people in. That's going to be your moneymaker. Like, you know, we can go to the NBA where you have Michael Jordan or Kobe Bryant at the end of it. Well, not the end, but like in the middle to the end of his career, you know, like you need those guys. Or Magic Johnson, Larry Bird, you know, who basically saved the NBA.
Yeah.
So that's kind of my point. So,
well, I want to say, but we understand that, you know, behind these transcendent stars, also a lot of marketing that they put over these guys over others. And these guys are handpicked by the industry to be that transcendent star.
Hold on one second. No, keep going, B. Just I just gotta. I won't be able to hear you for a second. Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, for the most case. I'm not saying all the stars, because some people, you know, they're really that good. I'm not gonna discredit some of these people's talent, you know. But but even still, the marketing for these players, the writing behind these players, they're just well made compared to others. You know, behind all these sports, there's still a script. There's still a script to these guys' characters that these guys, they're not specifically them that's doing it, but the writer that's telling them to play that character. So,
I'm just gonna say I have to respectfully totally disagree with that statement.
no, it's true.
No, I have to totally disagree. And it goes back to, what I was telling, because you're talking about going behind somebody. You can't just go behind anybody because it doesn't work. And there's a lot of proof of it when we look at wrestling. Going back to Roman Reigns, when like people say, like Adrian said, he sucks, or he feels like he sucks. And and when he came out, people said he sucked. That's because, again, they were pushing him and people noticed that, and it came off like nobody. It was one of those things where like nobody really wanted him, but the company kept pushing him, made him the guy. Like he was the guy, but everybody rejected him. To me, to be the guy, you have to have something in you. You can't just make the guy anybody. Not everybody can carry that torch. You can try to. The perfect example of that too, if you go back to the early 90s, which again, I mean, I'm sure you were watching wrestling like I wasn't like that, but we were watching it too. When you go back to, I'm using wrestling because it's the best example. You go back to the Diesel, Kevin Nash, when he was the guy in wrestling, like they made him the top guy. When he became the champion of the entire organization, the ratings fell. You get what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is, not anybody can just be the guy. Not everybody can just be that transcended superstar. To me, you have to show that you have it and you earn it. Then they will fall behind you. So I agree to a point, but you can't just put anybody in that role and they make it work. There's been too many examples of particularly look at wrestling. Wrestling's a prime example of how many times they try to push people and it didn't work. I mean, you could look at, Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart. Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart were guys that, yes, at the time, because they had nobody else, they were the only two guys at their time, for the short time that they had, that were really drawing in wrestling. But they didn't really transcend wrestling. Nobody knew about Shawn Michaels or Bret Hart unless you watch wrestling. But they were the top guys at the time. You bring in a Stone Cold Steve Austin and a Rock, who wound up breaking through and has so much charisma and stuff. And let's just be honest. I mean, even Stone Cold Steve Austin said himself, if you look at Stone Cold Steve Austin, he wasn't always the best wrestler. His best years were behind him when he became the guy. But he had that charisma that drew people in, and that attitude, everything that you needed, that, and he found that character, that word, that everybody went behind him. You get what I'm saying? So my whole entire point, this is why I have to say I definitely disagree that no, you could maybe do it like in a storytelling or a movie, but you can't just make anybody a star, put money behind them and say they're going to work. And again, Roman Reigns, even John Cena proved that you can't just do that with anybody. It takes a special person.
My point was not, but you still can put anyone in that role. It doesn't mean they're going to be successful or not. No, but they have proven many times they can still put anyone in that role.
The problem,
but the pick to be in that role.
And that's why I said I had to disagree with it. You could try to put people in that role, but if they can't draw, then you basically just waste your time. You gotta have.
Then they move on to the next guy. Huh? Then they move on to the next guy.
No, but that's it. You're kind of proving my point, because that's what I'm saying. Saying not anybody can do it. You can try to put people in that role, but you can't do it.
My point is, I'm not saying everyone could compete at that role, but I was saying they can't put anyone in that role, succeed or not. They can still do it, and they have done many a time.
But my whole entire thing, and like I said, that's what I'm saying. It has to work though. You can't be that drawing transcendent guy if it doesn't work. It has to work. That's my entire point. If it doesn't work, then you're just throwing people to a wall. But I'm saying, if you want to make the big bucks, you need those guys. And I'm saying, like, it's hard to find them. No, I agree with you to the point where you can put anybody in the role. Absolutely. I totally agree.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I agree. Yeah.
But what I'm saying is
yeah.
it doesn't work. You need those particular people, like he said, like Hulk Hogan, like like Hulk Hogan, like The Rock, like Stone Cold Steve Austin, John Cena to a point, yes. I would say John Cena to a point, but it's not in the same level as those three guys, like a Michael Jordan with his game, like a Kobe Bryant at the middle, not at the beginning. I'll be like, let's just be honest. At the beginning, unless you were in the basketball Lakers fan, nobody really knew about Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant, after that 81-point game, became that transcended guy,
Yeah.
My whole entire point being is that you need those if you really want to make the big bucks, like with boxing with Mike Tyson, who was really that transcendent guy, or Muhammad Ali, who I wasn't alive to see, but still know his name and still know he's one of the greatest boxers of all time. You got to have those transcendent guys to draw to your sport to make the big bucks. That's my point.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. I'm definitely not going to argue that because that's true. There's a guy that every sport needs to that did succeed in whatever trial and errors they had to do to get there to sell those tickets. Now, I said in the sports, you got Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, yeah, like that. Rest they got The Rock, Stone Cold, and John Cena to a degree. He was a lot bigger back then than now, that's for sure. And after that whole that I guess apology letter that John Cena, that apology speech or whatever they did not too long ago, apologize to China. A lot of people don't like John Cena no more. I don't know if you heard about that.
Oh yeah, no, I heard about it. I actually watched it. I was like, wow. I'm like, that definitely hurt his stock.
Yeah, I was like, that was just weird. I heard a lot of people start supporting John Cena after that.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, nah, bro, we can't be fucked with you.
And it's funny because back in the day, he was like the American wrestler. Like he was basically the Hulk Hogan. And
I forgot about that.
Yeah, a lot of people don't remember that era.
Man. Is Adrian still there?
Nope.
Yo, James.
I left.
I need to stop saying your real name, bro.
I left. I don't know who you talking to.
So, did you like B's answer?
I mean, he answered it.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know if I was supposed to like anybody's answers. I respect y'all answers, but I mean, we kind of got off the fact that we was talking about Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul.
That's true. That's true.
See, but I guess it's John Cena and The Rock are more interesting than Logan Paul and Floyd Mayweather.
I mean, yeah.
I can't really argue that.
There we have it.
Damn.
All right, so what else we got?
Go ahead, B.
No, I had no argument to that statement.
Yeah, I can't really argue that one. You know what, B? You didn't really comment because you were kind of on mute. Do you want to comment about the Logan and Floyd? Well, I think you did, but do you have anything else to add before we move on?
Nah, it's everything pretty much. Y'all pretty much said what I was going to say. So.
Well, let me ask you personally, who won the fight?
Oh, well, of course, Floyd won the fight. I mean,
but wait a minute, Logan Paul said he won the fight.
Yeah, in a dream before he had that fight. Oh man.
Either way, like I said, I'm the nice guy here, and I'll say it straight up. I mean, like I said, Logan Paul. I mean, again, he's raw potential, and I'll say that much. I mean, yeah, he got in the ring. Respect. I respect it. Like I said, I respect any man who's willing to get in the ring. Oh, you know what, James?
What?
How much does a man have to pay you to step in the ring? What is your price?
With who?
Doesn't matter. What is your price to get in the ring?
Nah, it matters.
Yeah, you gotta see it. You gotta put a name in there.
Yeah, nah, you because it matters a whole lot. One of you two, oh man, give me 10,000. I'm there. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? Mike Tyson at the age he's at now, no, I need at least 4-5 million. Floyd Mayweather, give me at least 10.
Okay. B, what about you?
Yeah, man. Well, I definitely gonna need enough to repair my face if I got a good hit. If it hit me good enough. So for Floyd, I at the lowest, I got at least like 5 million at the lowest. At the lowest, Mike Tyson. You got to get me a premium price. You got to put like you got to put the $100 million tag on that one because I know what hit from my not the cylinder. I'm going for this world. All that. I'm not surviving the sock of Mike Tyson. Even at this age, I'm not a psychic. I'm more confident surviving the sock of Floyd though. I know I can survive a sock of Floyd. Mike Tyson, that's a different story. Dude, man. I'm gonna be like Nate Robinson, knocked out.
Man, go ahead.
Real quick. And if y'all want to denounce your friendship after that fight, I would not even be mad at that.
I'll say this because we never talk. I'll say this about the Nate Robinson fight. Mm-hmm. You know, the thing about Nate Robinson's fight is not the fact that he got hit. It's not the fact that he got laid out. It's the memes, man. Those memes were brutal.
Yeah.
That's the one thing that I don't know if I can take. It's the memes. Those were pretty bad.
Yeah, no, I guess, yeah, these memes, man, they ain't no joke, man. Like, if you would have went on Twitter and saw the memes of people saying about that fight, that shit was hilarious, bro. That shit was hilarious. I ain't gonna lie. It was kind of like, well, it was as bad as Nate, but before LeBron James, before he became a champion, you remember all those memes people used to make about him each year that he lost?
Yeah, but that's not as bad as being knocked out.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying it's not as bad, but
I could take those. I couldn't take the Nate. Those were bad. Those were brutal.
Man. Yeah, man. The new I guess the new harassment. Well, I can't say it's a new thing, but yeah, man. These memes be brutal, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I could deal with losing. I could deal with knockout. I can't deal with those memes, man. Those were brutal.
Right.
Those are brutal.
And they stay forever too.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's died down. Like, I'm not thinking about it anymore, but I don't care. That first day, dude, I sent some to Keith, and man, we was just busting up laughing. Like, those, I mean, respect to Nate, man. I mean, I blame his team not for not getting him ready for that fight. That makes no sense because they're saying that dude didn't even have a sparring match.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, that makes no sense.
I didn't know he didn't have no sparring.
From what they're saying, he didn't even spar.
Oh shit.
He was just being trained on that. Like, nah, dude. Like, that's why I say, yeah, you gotta blame his team. That his team was that your job as a team. I mean, James.
What?
How important is a team to a boxing match?
I mean, in pretty much anything, a team is essential.
Yeah, but I'm more talking about, and if you could touch on it a little bit, how important is their boxing team? Because everybody looks at the boxer. How important is a boxing team to help a boxer get ready for a match? How important is it?
I'm telling you, and then I keep saying, it's in all. Every sport is important. I mean, boxing is just, you're putting more emphasis on boxing because somebody's hitting you. Like, literally, you're trying to teach this guy not to get hit and killed by this other guy. So, you know, you got to, I mean, between sparring and then your team studying the other fighter and how he fights and adjusting you and teaching you how to, avoid the right hand, right, the right, he's going to go to the body. Everybody's got their combination of punches and shit they throw. So you're like, this dude's right hand is dangerous. This dude's left foot is dangerous. Whatever. So they're supposed to be constantly getting you into that and training you how to counter, and then making it muscle memory and robotic on how to counteract that and how to throw punches. So,
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and let me just say this. I mean, basically, your team, at least in boxing, can mean I'm specifically talking about boxing. Basically, your team could basically mean the difference between you winning and losing a fight. Basically, for the not for the whole entire thing, for the most part.
Yeah. Pretty much for the preparation, mostly. Yeah. Go out that man thing. There's like any sports that's like a martial art. Man, you gotta train, man. You gotta train because one little mistake, man, that could be the end of your life.
Yeah, a lot of times, especially with anybody, they kind of make like people like, well, you're so great, you don't need nobody. I'm like, nah, man, like it doesn't, like, your team is there to get you ready for that shit to, like, it's like what Adrian said, to prepare you, to give you that muscle memory, to particularly on who you're fighting, look at tapes and all that stuff. That's their job. If you don't have a team that probably doesn't get you ready, particularly if they don't get you in there sparring with anybody and you're about to have a boxing match, you got a pretty bad team. That's your job. Your job it's not necessarily to win the fight. That's the boxer job, is to go out there and perform. Your job is to do everything you can to get your fighter ready to take a hit. That's all I'm saying.
You're correct. Yeah.
Because no, there's no way I would ever go into a boxing match without at least sparring with at least 2 or 3 or probably more than that, without sparring with some guys. I need to get some hits.
Right.
I need to get hit. I need to hit people.
Right. It's
just like when I used to fight. Until I got hit, I wasn't ready for it. Once I got hit, it was on. I need that first hit. Punch me.
I remember I was listening to a guy on YouTube. He was a military guy. He was telling the story like, I'd like to find it. I can post that story. But he's telling the story. He's telling the story of when he was training for boxing. After the military, he had all his confidence. You know, he had that military training, and no, he went to the boxing ring. He didn't train or nothing, and he was sparring with someone, and that person hit him in the face, broke his nose, and he said, man, after that day, man, that dude humbled the hell out of me. Cause he was saying like, I ain't gonna lie, man. I walked out there, I walked out that box ring, my feelings were hurt, man.
That's why that's why it's a different beast, you know. Like when you talk to certain people, like there's a difference between training for something and having to do it, you know, a lot of times, you know. I mean, okay, no, I won't say that. It's a truth, I won't say it. Because I don't want to say it. But like it's very it's kind of like who was that good dude's name? Oh, I forgot his name. I forgot dude's name. But anyways, no. Okay, here's a better example. It's like me and Adrian when we were talking about last time about, you know, Floyd Mayweather fighting in MMA compared to, you know, fighting in a boxing ring. Floyd Mayweather would not survive in MMA at all.
No.
At all. You know, that's the thing. Like Jay Paul is, people want to talk about Ben Askren, like, oh, he's funny, he's a joke because he got knocked out by Jay Paul. People don't understand. Ben Askren's not a striker, he's a wrestler.
Right.
And like I said, he run most of his fights by tapping people out. I'm here to tell you straight up, if you put a boxer in with a judo expert, 9 times out of 10 the boxer's going to lose.
Yeah.
Because like that ground and pound is no joke.
Yeah.
Like it's no joke. So that's the thing. Like just because you train, just because you're a fighter, it's like what me and Keith are arguing does not mean you're prepared for a different stage, you know, like or you're prepared for like just because you fight a dude, like this is why like back in the day when I used to grow up with people who I've actually seen knock niggas out have told me straight to my face, I would never fight a trained fighter.
Yeah.
You know, like these guys I've watched these dudes knock niggas out in front of my face and have said to my face, I would never fight a trained fighter ever.
I mean, hell, even if we like leave professional field and say something like for instance, like people who's in the gym a lot, when they actually go do something like hiking, they can't do it.
Yeah,
they're done because they're used to working at a gym. Even though they can try to emulate, you know, walking miles, walking up hills and all that other stuff, that would never replace the real thing.
Yeah, because because you train different muscles, you train specific muscles for those things.
Exactly.
So it's like who was it? But like when working out was becoming big in basketball, I was watching like a little series on it. They basically said like when you work out, so you can continue to raise your arms and shoot, you need to stretch to keep your body loose, because if not, you won't be able to move your arms, whatever.
Exactly, and that's why I'm big on dynamic workouts. The workouts that's working out, doing real physical activities. Besides just using the weights, because well, for me personally, I don't care about no getting big and muscular and all that other stuff. I just want to make sure I'm toned, as flexible as possible. That's what I focus on when it comes to working out.
Yeah, I mean, me personally, I mean, I like to stretch usually. I mean, like that's why I like to. Plus, they say stretching is good for you because it helps. It helps to make sure you don't get injured. But that's why, like, I'm a big stretching guy. Like I like running and I like stretching.